Five Out Basketball, five segments, five takes. This is the podcast for NBA conversations. This is Five Out Basketball, and it starts in 3, 2, 1.
And speaking of vibes, we have 12 more teams to work with. We're going to go to the Western Conference. And I want to stick to vibes because that's my word for the Timberwolves.
Oh, okay.
There is not more vibes in the world than the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, Anthony Edwards has the most aura I think the league's ever witnessed. They got dogs all around the court, and they're just there having a good time defending their ass off and just memeing. This team is beautiful. They're so much fun to watch, and they've ruined the legacy of Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. So the vibes are just there.
Yeah, I put aura. That's the word I picked.
Great
now,
word.
Ironically, they might even be sponsored by something called Aura, or at least
Really?
like on their jerseys, I think it says Aura. So it just fits.
So sick. It's so sick.
It fits. So I think Ant being the most aura player in the league right now means something. And then dude, they're just out there having fun, bro. It's fun to watch. Like Ant, you're in the top 3 funnest players to watch, and probably just funnest players in general. So I think he carries a lot of that aura, but the team is starting to have that aura too, just as a whole team. So I went, bro.
Love that. So Everton, we got 11 teams to choose from here. Who do you want to talk about?
I'm not gonna pick them. I'll say that. Let's go Warriors.
Oh, we're starting with the banger.
All right. So the word I picked was washed. I was gonna be a bit more creative and say do the dishes, but I wasn't sure if that one was gonna be as cool as wash. I was like, let's go wash.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, bro. Curry's cool. Obviously, Curry's still great at what he does. Chris Paul is washed. He is in that Celtics Shaq category. Clay is washed. Draymond is actually not washed. He's actually one of their best players. But Wiggins, hopefully everything's okay with him. I don't want to bank on that or whatever, but a lot of their older guys are washed, bro. It's kind of that simple. Yeah, Warriors are washed, dude.
Yeah, I'm kind of gonna bounce off that a little bit, but say it in a more rude way. Mine was rest in piss bozos.
Yeah.
Because we've watched this Warriors dynasty for way too long. And don't think I forgot about that Warriors team breakdown. You know how much shit we got when the Warriors won 4 games after that? I've never seen more hate in my lifetime. You guys talked so much shit. Like, oh, you guys need to wait for Kuminga to come in the lineup. Oh, Curry's going to turn it around. I hope that 4-game win streak was worth it because your dynasty is done. It's over. Your next decade is an eternal hell. You're going to waste the rest of Stephen Curry's career, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you re-sign Klay Thompson to a DeMar type contract that we're about to hand out. I hope everything sucks. I hope Kuminga and Moody never play. I hope Steve Kerr retires because working in Washington sucks. I can't wait to see how many more suspension Draymond Green's going to get because he's not going to turn it around. And nothing bad against Andrew Wiggins. That's taking it too far. But hey, Trace Jackson Davis is on the way. You guys are losers. You guys suck. I'm like, just because of their fan base, I'm so happy this dynasty's done.
So I'm gonna say 2 things. One, to address the elephant in the room, the Warriors fans who were in our comments when we made that video, where y'all at?
Yeah.
Where y'all at?
I got glasses on. I still can't see you all.
Y'all said we were tripping. Where y'all team at now? I'm
Where
not
they
trying to
at?
be that guy, but they were Shout out to the dude who made that paragraph. I love you, bro.
Paragraphs. That shit was not
It was
singular.
long. Bro went in.
That was MLA sided, bro.
I was like, yo. But shout out to him. I hope he's doing good because I'm not that kind of guy. But dude, so what do you got to say now? I genuinely want to hear what he has to say now.
Yeah. I gotta find his email.
Literally. And then my second thing, I've been seeing edits, people saying, man, I'm actually kind of sad seeing this team washed. Look, I'll admit, they were a part of my childhood. They ruined the NBA for a few years, bro. Maybe y'all weren't fans back then. I was. I was there. I seen this. I can't look, as much as I want to be like, oh man, that is tough. I can't, bro. I literally can't force myself to be sad about this team. So look, move on. Skedaddle.
Goodbye. Yeah, and we're gonna move on. I'm gonna go to Memphis Grizzlies. Don't count. The season did not count. This is a fake
Yeah,
season. We're just gonna skip it. Like when you look back at like the Memphis Grizzlies history, they'll have like some whiteout ink on the season. It just did not count. The season didn't happen. You got
yeah,
maybe every injury and suspension in the world that could have happened. But hey,
literally.
it's gonna make you guys so much better next season when you get a high lottery pick and Donovan Clingan's on the way. Talk soon. But all I'm saying is the season doesn't count. There's not really another way to word it. Who didn't get injured at some point on that team? It was ridiculous. So we had high expectations for the Grizzlies. I know I definitely had them as like a top 4 team in the West.
Yeah.
But it's like, what are you supposed to do about all that? What that's out of your control. So the season does not count.
Yeah, I put who played. Because like the amount of different players who ended up on this Grizzlies roster throughout the season, like when we went to the game, when they were announcing the players who were starting, I was like, I recognize Jared Jackson.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, okay, I'm get a bit of a nerd, so I kind of did know like Lamar Stevens or whatever. I knew some
Yeah,
of those, but like starting, damn. Like, damn,
crazy.
you know? So who played this year for the Grizzlies? Because
Mm.
they didn't have like a record like amount of injuries or something like that.
They definitely did. I wish I knew the number.
Crazy scenes from the Grizzlies, bro. But this season, like I think yours is better. This season doesn't count or don't count because we know next season when they're fully healthy, they are dangerous. They are very, very
This
dangerous.
this West is just so good.
Man,
And I want to bounce off that for teams that are also gonna be dangerous.
yeah.
Because my title for the Houston Rockets was next season.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be so freaking good, man.
Yeah.
And like I know like when I compare them like to the Magic are ahead of them now, but the Rockets they like are at the pace they're supposed to be at. Like the Rockets would never be like a top 4 seed like the Magic are. But next
Yeah.
season they're gonna be like just as good as them because like they're gonna have more picks to work with and they're young guys. They just keep taking the steps you want to see them take. The future is so bright for the Houston Rockets. I have so much stock in them.
Facts. I agree. I put have another one. Now that might be confusing,
Yeah,
but
elaborate, please.
I'll elaborate. Are we gonna act like Jalen Green post being a father didn't just turn into Kobe?
Real. Oh my God.
No.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
the new meta.
Mhm.
Jalen Green, just have a kid at the start of the season, and then you'll be fine the rest of the season. Like I said.
Real.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
But I thought that was just funny. That's why I made that. But
I like it.
like you said, yo, the future is bright. They have a lot of draft capital. They got a
Mm.
lot of good young players. Like I couldn't even figure out who I wanted them to draft because they have a player at like damn near each position.
Yeah.
Um, but like Sengun took that leap. He could have been an all-star this year. Jalen
Mm.
Green had a phenomenal second half of the season. Like if he can
Mm.
be that consistent next year, they're
Yeah.
and then like Cam Whitmore,
Amen
Thompson,
Thompson.
even like the older guys like Fred, I don't think he'll fall off a
Yeah.
cliff. I think he'll still be a solid point guard. And then Dylan Brooks, he was really good to start the season, then he kind of went back down to earth.
Yeah.
But he still is a good solid player to have on the team because of his defensive impact. Jabari Smith, he's good too. People sleep on Jabari Smith. It's
Yeah.
kind of sad, but
This
he's
team's
really
so
good
good.
too.
I love this team. I can't say it enough how much I love this team.
Yeah,
The
it's
things I
yeah.
would do for like my Bulls to be in a scenario like this, man.
I can't say anything, but yeah, I can understand why you feel that way.
Yeah.
I can understand why you feel that way.
But Everton, you should let's talk about your team.
All right, OKC. I picked.
Yes, we did it. We did it.
Is
Me
that
and
what you wanted me-
Everton had the same word.
Go
Quit
ahead.
playing. Quit playing. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. But that was my word.
Okay, I'm glad you were locked in because
Yeah.
I was like, man, what do I want to put here? And I'm like, it only makes sense for me to start barking. So,
Yeah.
um, all in all, bro, as an OKC fan, this was such a good year. Like number one seed in this Western Conference.
hmm
That means something. SGA took an MVP type leap. Giddy, while the first half of the season was a little
A little childish. Yeah, I'm hilarious. I
I'm
know.
so mad that was so perfect.
Thank you.
But he started playing better later on this season.
Mhm.
J-Dub took an most improved player type leap. Now he didn't win it.
He took an all-star leap.
Exactly. And then Chet, yo, I don't care what you say. Wemby, you did your thing. Obviously, a clear rookie of the year. But Chet, I'm just glad I saw not only that I saw him play this year, but like he showed great things this year. Like I wasn't sure what to expect from him this year, honestly, but he went out there and showed a lot this year. I'm just excited for the future. And the rest of the team, like we have so many, bro. Our team is like low key deep, low key.
No, it is. And it's only going to get deeper with the amount of draft capital you guys have. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so Everton is living lavish.
Yeah.
Let's go to teams that aren't living as lavish because I have a lot of what the fucks that are coming up soon. And we're going to start with the Phoenix Suns. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
People generally thought Bradley Beal was going to make this a championship team.
I don't know who thought. Okay, yeah.
Too many people. Way too many people. Yeah, so you pair him with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, two guys that like to score the ball with the ball in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
You pair that with no defense, no passing, no rebounding, no depth. What the fuck was the plan heading into the season? Like this season, like you can just title us jersey sales because that's really all Phoenix was cooking for, was just trying to make a quick buck and call it a day. And that's what they did. And that's why they're about to be a sweep in the first round. And Anthony Edwards is going to keep DXing on them.
Yeah, literally. I put for them. I actually really like this one too. Brooklyn Nets question mark?
Dude, they
I
might
say
be
that.
worse. They actually might be worse.
Now, I don't even mean the current Brooklyn Nets. I'm saying
I know what Nets you mean. You mean the KD, Harden, Kyrie days.
that's exactly what I mean. But this actually might be worse because at least with those Nets teams, they legitimately could have won a championship if it wasn't for injuries. Let's just be honest. They could have literally won a chip. But with this team, it's like, what was the plan here? Like, you have three stars, right? So I don't know if Bradley. I guess Bradley Beal's still a star. No, okay.
That star is faded.
Faded, right? You have two top 15 players for sure. KD and definitely
100%.
right? The rest of the roster is just kind of a squad. This is a squad, you know.
Yeah.
So for the people who are expecting it to be contenders or championship contenders, let's get real. I get it. You have KD and Book, so I might give you a little bit of a pass. But if you look at the rest of the roster, come on, man. Come on. Be serious right now.
Grayson Allen doesn't move the needle for you.
Like, what? And the thing is, he actually had a really good season.
I know he was incredible. Like I can't crap on him as a Bulls fan, but like he low-key hooped.
He did, man, but it didn't even matter. Eric Gordon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it every time I talk about the Suns. Keita Bates Dia.
Yeah.
You don't wanna not. Come on. Be serious right now.
This team was a joke.
Literally, I mean,
what really pisses me off.
Ooh.
So I kind of blame this on the fact that like I didn't believe in the Timberwolves too much. But I genuinely thought it was gonna be a 6-7 game series. I genuinely believed it.
I did too. We both did. We literally both did.
Rare 5-out L take.
It's okay. It happens to the best.
You can't shoot 100%.
You can't, bro. Hey, look.
95% not bad though.
Stephen A went on like a 6-year run where he got the finals picks wrong. So
yeah.
I can't get one wrong.
And he also thinks Quentin Grimes is still on the Knicks, so that says a lot about him. As a Knicks fan.
That's insane. I'm not gonna lie. As a Knicks fan too, that's crazy.
But let's talk about another team, Everton. We got a lot to work with.
You know what? Let's go with the Clippers.
Nice.
For them, I put it's not 2019.
I thought that's awesome. I love that.
Not to say that they don't have a chance to win anything, but like all I've been seeing some people say is, yo, if this was 2019, this would be the greatest team of all time. Well, brother, it's 2024.
Yeah.
I don't care.
This team's getting so hard in 2K, guys.
Like literally, like, oh, you know, I could go make a YouTube video about like, oh yeah, let's put the prime Clippers in the NBA right now. Doesn't matter. It's not real life. They're still a contending level team, right? But when you have three guys who, let's just be honest, don't show up in the playoffs. I mean, Russ had 1 point yesterday. And I think the big PG, Russ, and Kawhi all combined for 17 points, I think, something like that, some crazy number like that. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. Yeah, it was.
The Paul George agendas are coming, boys. Be ready for the Clippers getting knocked out. I might do a whole solo segment just for the shit of it.
Oh my god!
Most overrated player of all time. Play that theme song. Play that theme song.
Oh man, hey, it's a good theme song. It's a good theme song.
It is. Well, my title for the Clippers season was just LOL. Just so many players I don't like, and I knew this was gonna be a shit show, and it ended up being a shit show. There's not really much more. Like it's not even a what the fuck. This is just LOL. Like I laugh at this team. I know it's hard for me to laugh as a team as a Bulls fan because like shut up nerd, but like I'm just a natural hater, and I hate this Clippers team
Yeah.
with like a passion. And so the Mavericks are gonna bounce them. I feel bad for Ty Lue because they paired Ty Lue with Kawhi Leonard and a bunch of dorks.
Yeah, you are definitely a natural born hater.
Mhm.
But yeah, the Clippers, lol is probably the best way to go about it. It's just lol, what happened?
Well, who cares? But we'll be a little nicer now.
Okay, talk to
For the
me.
Spurs, I just titled it Wemby.
Yeah, that was probably the best.
I don't think there's another outlying like a take you can take about the Spurs this season. There's Victor Wembanyama's here, and your team sucks, but yet you guys are still considered like a serious playoff team just because you have that man next season. Not this
Yeah,
season, of course, but
nah, but for me, I put that's your guy, and that's literally
hmm
what Embiid. That's your guy. Like I feel like for this season, say what you want about them being literal dog shit. They found their guy. Like they found the guy. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Um, and this is a generational one right here too. So I feel like for the Spurs, hey, you found your guy, act accordingly. Simple as
yes,
that.
sir.
You know.
Well, Everton, I'm gonna need you to solo this next one because my computer needs a charge, so I gotta grab my charger. But talk about whatever team, and then just catch me up when I get back.
All right. Okay, I got you. I'll
Much
pick one.
appreciated.
I got you. My next team, I think I'm gonna just roll with the Nuggets because there's not a lot to say bad per se about the Nuggets. And for the Nuggets, I got what changed. Like I remember people were like, "Oh, the Nuggets lost their role players, this and that, and the third." But dude, it literally didn't matter. They ended up still being pretty much as dominant as they were previously. And at the end of the day, they're still the favorites. Like they're still the favorite. They still have their core four, basically five, whatever you want to say. Jokic, Jamal, Aaron Gordon, and MPJ. I feel like as long as they have those four with solid role players, they're gonna always kind of be a contender. So I'm gonna just roll with what changed.
Oh my God, we were almost the same.
What's yours?
What's new?
Yeah, see?
Yeah, just one more was like this is what the expectation is for the Denver Nuggets now. Like they're just the elite of the elite. The team's gonna stay together for eternity. It's just this will always be the expectation. Nothing's gonna change. It's like, yeah, what's
Oh.
this is just the Denver Nuggets. They're gonna be trailing by 10, 15 points, make the comeback, win the game.
They're kind of like Bayer Leverkusen at this point. What the hell?
Dude, I was gonna say that for the Miami Heat when it comes to the playoffs, like that voodoo magic.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but the Leverkusen like extra time is no joke.
It's not. Hey, 90 plus what? Game over. They're gonna tie
Mhm.
it up or something, bro. It's crazy.
And I thought Madrid was a scary team with that.
Somebody said Madrid has to play Leverkusen so we could see something for real.
Dude, that'd be the greatest extra time the world has ever witnessed.
Literally, oh my god,
The
I'll be
first 89 minutes might be boring, but like
those last 5 extra minutes. Crazy.
special.
Yeah.
Well, back to hating.
Yeah. Okay.
Sacramento Kings. Mid? The mid watch is here, and we need to talk about it because this is just like they had one fun season and they only play offense, they don't play defense, and they had a regression on offense. And
Mhm.
they refused to make a move for another star player. Like they had every chance in the world to add Siakam to this roster, and they didn't. And like really, in all honesty, what stars are really gonna be available for a trade this offseason?
That they can legitimately get. I don't know,
Even legitimately good. Like the stars aren't really on the board, maybe outside of D Mitch.
but they're not
So
getting deep.
this team is gonna go back to back seasons without making a trade. And trust me, as a Bulls fan, I know how it can fuck you up. It can do
Yeah.
bad things. So the Kings get the diamond tester out.
Hey, for mine, I put where's your offense? Because at least right, their whole thing last year was high powered offense, high powered offense. They were mid offensively this year, and we already know they don't play no damn defense. So that was already a give me or a gimme. So they look. This is what happens when you bank on all offense, and if your offense doesn't stay top, you're not gonna stay top.
Mhm.
So I think this is just a scenario where they had a whole thing, and I don't know if they went away from that thing or something, but look, if you're going to be a high powered offense, you got to be a high powered offense. You can't just on paper say you are and then end up being what 13th. Come on,
Yeah, ridiculous. Move on from that shit show of a team and keep
literally.
hating. Trailblazers, ass. This team's a joke. This team has nothing going for them. I know you got Scoot and all these young guys, but you got a bunch of guards. You can't make it work. Your head coach sucks. DeAndre Ayton exists. Matthias Thybulle there for some reason. Jeremiah Grant is like 32 now. Get him out of there. This team is nothing. This team is nothing. It's embarrassing. Malcolm Brogdon should have been traded ages ago. This team has nothing going for him. Their one bright spot was supposed to be Scoot Henderson, and man, did he shit.
Dude.
Dookie Henderson, there's nothing going for this team. So, especially the Spurs were so bad throughout all the season. The fact that Trailblazers finished worse than them is crazy to me.
Insane. For the Blazers, I put American Dad because hold on.
Okay.
Because I think during Christmas, DeAndre Ayton was in an episode because I guess
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a DeAndre Ayton TV skit. Of course, I'm gonna forget it. And the girl said that was my favorite player.
I don't know. Like, yeah, she was like, yeah, my favorite player, DeAndre Ayton. I'm like, DeAndre Ayton? Let's be honest. That's just the only player they could afford to get on
No,
there.
no, actually, dude, I'm just saying though, if I'm like about to like hang out with a girl, go on a date or whatnot, and she tells me her favorite basketball player is DeAndre Ayton, I'm going back home. I've known you been with a couple people, if you know who DeAndre Ayton is.
Yeah, he's like, how do you know DeAndre Ayton? One,
Yeah,
but
that's
two,
like,
hey,
yeah, I'm saying that's like when a girl starts throwing alley oops against you in 2K.
hey, like, who taught you to do
Yeah, as
that?
you tell you this, I'm going home.
So for me, right, my big thing. This is why Family Guy's better. I know Family Guy wouldn't have had DeAndre Ayton.
Oh hell no.
They would have Anthony Edwards.
Ain't no question. Ain't no question.
No question, bro. But yeah, the reason why I put American Dad is I honestly don't remember anything else this team did this season outside of that moment. Honestly, I wanted to do the whole DeAndre couldn't find a way to get out of his house thing, but I couldn't
Yeah.
figure out a way to minimize that to 3 words. I was gonna be like, oh, maybe I could have been like, he can't leave. But regardless,
Mm.
I like the American Dad thing. It was
Mm.
just funny to me, to be
Well,
honest.
well, can I bounce off the pretty much not remembering anything?
Yeah.
For the Utah Jazz, my title was Watch Zero Games. Who tuned
Yeah.
in for Utah Jazz basketball this year?
We pretty much had the same thing. I put who cares?
No, actually, who
Like,
cares?
who cares?
Like, it's not even worth talking. Like, we know they're mid. It's not even worth talking about. There is not like Lauri Markkanen's still my guy. I think he's the most underrated player in the NBA. And
Yeah.
then I guess Keontae George has been having like a good rookie season.
Colin Sexton is my guy too.
Yeah, dude. Like, I've heard so much hype about Keontae George. I can't tell you a strength of his. I'm so serious. I did not watch a Utah Jazz game. I didn't see a Utah Jazz highlight. Nothing. There's nothing noteworthy going on in Utah.
The only thing I remember is Chris Dunn getting like bitched by Luca. Literally all
That's
I remember.
that's crazy season to highlight. But
Like exactly.
Utah has no seasoning and explains a lot with their fan base.
There was another word I was gonna use, but I didn't want to,
We didn't want to pull
call
that one out
anybody
just
yet.
yet.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so Everton, we got 3 teams left, and
Okay.
they're all currently in the playoffs. So we can end on like some high notes.
Let's go Lakers.
Okay.
I put play-in merchants.
Real.
Look, the play-in has existed for like 4 years, and these dudes have been in the play-in 3 of those 4 years, bro.
You wonder who else has been?
The Pelicans. Is
Oh,
it Pelicans?
the Bulls.
Oh shit. Damn.
We run that shit. Quit playing.
Y'all,
You see what I did there? Quit playing.
yeah, I just realized.
Yeah. Thank you.
But yeah, the Lakers are playing merchants. Why do y'all
100%.
being in the plan every year? Why do y'all stress your fan? I should have put fans heart attack because
Uh-huh.
I've never seen a Lakers game that doesn't pretty much put people on edge every single game, bro.
Mhm.
Like this team on paper shouldn't be in a play-in team, realistically. But
Yeah.
people say, hey, they're the best offseason. They're gonna be the best team in the West. No. No, they won't.
No.
But at the end of the day, playing merchants. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to one I've said a couple times, but what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Best offseason in the history of the sport. LeBron James, got Anthony Davis. Life's good. This team was so bad at some points. But dude, the in-season tournament,
Oh, I forgot. I should have put
yeah,
that.
the Lakers got me a little worried. I'm not because I love the in-season tournament, but if you're gonna win this, and this is what your team's gonna turn into. I'm nervous
Yeah, facts.
because the
You know,
Lakers fell off so hard after that tournament.
oh my gosh. Honestly, when they won the tournament, my first thought was, I wonder what the correlation is gonna be like between like in season tournament and like how
Mhm.
you actually end up, like ending your season. So Be curious to see how that looks for the next few years.
Yeah, shaky stuff indeed. But Lakers downfall, I'm always here for it. Never being the Nuggets.
Hey, I'm always down for it too.
So
Trust.
two teams. I'm gonna go to the Pelicans next.
All right.
Trade time. It is time to make a trade. I mean, because they have great assets to work with.
Yeah.
But after watching without Zion what Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum and Jonas Valanciunas contribute to the game of basketball, this team will like this is what hurts. I don't want to say this because I love so many teams or so many players on this team. They
Mm.
could fall in the mid if a trade doesn't happen.
Yeah. They
Because
can't.
Zion's a dog, Herb's a
Yeah.
dog, and Trey Murphy needs to start next season. So that's why
Hey.
I'm so serious. Brandon Ingram needs to be off this team.
Mm.
He's having a disaster class, and Trey Murphy, like his perimeter defense is incredible. He can still get you a bucket. CJ McCollum's so poopy stinky. And I see so many things where like with Jonas Valanciunas, it's like training wheels. Like, yeah, you can ride the bike, but you gotta actually take the training wheels off to be like serious.
Yeah.
And they just take advantage of him as a center. Like it's embarrassing. And so if you want to build around Zion, now is the time to make the trade. It's now.
I am not mad at that at all. I put point forward Zion because this is really the season he became my point forward. Like he did it a little bit last season, but him playing as many games as he did this season and starting to get into that role a lot more
Mhm.
really showed me something. Really showed me something about Zion that like, man, this dude staying healthy, he would be so clear like top 10. I feel like damn near
Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, I think embracing that point forward Zion is definitely going to be something they should look into. I think excuse me. I like the trade idea. I feel like Trey Murphy, I don't want to say has made Brandon Ingram expendable, but you can make the argument the ascension of Trey Murphy because Trey Murphy, man, he is a dog, bro. Like
Mhm.
he can score, play defense. He's got a long wingspan. Like he's got the build to be a prototype like wing, you know?
Yeah.
And for Ingram, one, you get a lot. You could get a decent return for a guy like Brandon Ingram
Mhm.
to make this roster make more sense. So I'm not mad at your take. And yeah, I think embracing point forward Zion is definitely going to be something they should look into doing for the near future.
Yeah. Absolutely. Is a chain about to be snatched?
Hey, hey, don't get your chain snatched, Brandon Ingram.
Don't let it happen. And
Your
this team
chain.
really, I said with the Magic, this team desperately needs a point guard because like CJ McCollum's always been a two. I don't know why they still have him doing point guard minutes. It's kind of ridiculous.
He's not a one, bro. Not naturally.
Not at all. But that leaves us with one team left, and that is the Dallas Mavericks. And my title was "It's Time."
Yeah.
You've had Luca, but you've had so many underwhelming teams. It's like, oh, when's it gonna be our time to compete? It's now. This is the best roster they've ever had, and they could still make a couple additions, getting some defenders. But this is the team that is gonna be Luca's best odds to win a championship. I'm not saying it has to be this season, but it's time to start seeing the Mavericks as, oh yeah, they're the upper echelon of the league.
Yeah, I agree. I gotta see them, hey, make a conference finals run, to be honest. Go do that.
Mm,
But yeah, for me, I put dark horse because I know you have the Nuggets and the Celtics or whatever, but this is a dark horse, like championship level team, like for sure.
mm,
And not even just this year, but like you said, for the near future, they keep a squad like this, they are gonna be dangerous because
mm.
there's some young guys on the team. Like people don't really talk about it, but the Mavs got some decently young people. Like I know Kyrie's a bit up there in age and like Tim Hardaway Jr. or whatever, but like you got a guy like Luca who's what, like 24 maybe,
Yeah.
right? Derek Lively's a rookie.
Mm,
Gafford is not crazy old. I think he's maybe like 26 or something
yeah.
like that. PJ Washington, again, the guy who's probably like what 25 or some shit. I don't
Mm,
know. And then like damn, Josh Green, you know, I know this dude doesn't play, but that other dude, Maxine Oliver Prosper, I don't know.
oh yeah, yeah.
The prospect, who knows, he's young, so
Mm,
that's one guy to look out for. So yeah, all in all, like this team is relatively young, so they could be here for a few years. Scary scenes. I think
yeah.
they're a dark horse.
And they have the build for a championship team. You have a top three player in the league. You have arguably the best second option in the league. You have like athletic freaks surrounding them. Just
Yep.
maybe a legit defender away.
Yeah, exactly. Legit, like all defense level defender away from probably being like a really like upper echelon contender.
So that's 30 teams down where we're given one word to describe their season.
Thank you so much for tuning into this segment of the 5 Out Podcast. I am Joey LeMaster, and me and Everton are so thankful for your guys' support. If you want to keep supporting us, please check out the full podcast on Spotify and follow our TikTok account. Both of those will be in the bio, and make sure to leave a like and stay smooth.